Hello all of you. This is Jeevan Shalu Singh from Department of Physiotherapy and Diagnosis from Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. So for today's topic, I'll be talking about vitamin K. So what the letter K is basically derived from the German word coagulation. Okay. So they are naphthoquinone derivatives and they are long isoprenoid chains. The length of side chain will differ. Vitamin K one as which has 20 carbons side chain, which is called phylloquinone, and vitamin K2 has 30 carbon side chain, and yet another structurally similar synthetic compound having vitamin K activity is menadione. So it is water soluble synthetic vitamin which is widely used in clinical practice. So Henrik Dam isolated vitamin K1 in 1921, while Edward Doisy he isolated vitamin K2 in 1939. So both of them were awarded Nobel Prizes in 1943. So absorption and storage of vitamin K. So the absorption of vitamin K occurs in intestine along with chylomicrons, bile salts are required for the normal absorption, and vitamin K may be derived from diet or intestine and bacterial synthesis. So it is absorbed in liver and transported in plasma along with the beta lipoproteins. So what is the biochemical role of vitamin K? Vitamin K is necessary for coagulations. Factors dependent on vitamin K are factor 2, prothrombin, factor 7, SPCA, factor 9, Crispus factor, and factor 10, Stewart power factor. So all the factors are synthesized by liver as inactive zymogens, and they undergo post-translational modification or gamma carboxylation of glutamic acid residues, and they are binding sites for calcium ions. So the gamma carboxyglutamic acid, that is GCG synthesis vitamin, requires vitamin K as a cofactor. So vitamin K dependent gamma carboxylation is also necessary for functional activity of osteocalcin as well as structural proteins of kidney, lung, and spleen. So osteocalcin is synthesized by osteoblasts and seen only in bone, and it is a small protein which is 40 to 50 amino acids in length that binds tightly to hydroxyapatite crystals of bone, and this binding is dependent on the degree of gamma carboxylation. Osteocalcin also contains hydroxyproline, so it is dependent on both vitamin K and C. So moreover, vitamin D induces its synthesis. Now, vitamin K dependent carboxylases, so it is microsomal enzyme and it requires oxygen, carbon dioxide, NADPH, and reduces vitamin K. So in this process, the vitamin passes through a cycle, and this process is competitively inhibited by warfarin and dicomerol. So what are the causes of deficiency of vitamin K? So in normal adults, dietary deficiency seldom occurs, and since the intestinal bacterial synthesis is sufficient to meet the needs of the body, so however, deficiency can occur in conditions of malabsorption of lipids. So this can result from obstructive jaundice, chronic hepatitis, etc., and prolonged antibiotic therapy and gastrointestinal infections with diarrhea will destroy intestinal flora and can lead to vitamin K deficiency. So, after this, what are the clinical manifestations of vitamin K? We'll discuss in next lecture. Until then, take care and goodbye.